Hi guys, it's Belle here and I'm coming on to share these cute little journal notebooks with you. These are plain on the inside, no decoration whatsoever, because they are supposed to be notebooks. They're just under 6 inches, literally just under, here being see 6 inches in height and 4¼ wide. There is some fraying. There is because they're my journals. So let's get started. This is obviously a little autumn one. There's a fabric snippet on here with this large wooden button and this vintage button. I actually sewed it on backwards because I liked it's got like fabric with this gold on. I thought that went. We've got one of those beautiful fake leaves, this gorgeous fabric. It's all acorns and autumnal. And then as charms down here at the bottom, you can see we've got this bead that's different colors. Then there's this Scottish vintage bead here and a little fox, and I have used a deep greenish blue thread to stitch through, which you can see there. These are perfect for popping in. They've got a little bit of wadding and you can see the stitching on there and some fabric. So I have used some vintage book pages in here as well as some scrapbook paper, but mainly it's hand dyed or plain papers to write on. So this is from a vintage book. I think it's some Caraway actually. And you can see recipes on the back, tea dyed paper, scraps paper, tea dyed ledger paper, scrapbook paper that's also decorated here but plain here. This is some rust paper, tea dyed, some Edith Holden. So it says there the nature notes because I thought that was quite cute for autumn, but then it's plain on that side to write on. More tea dyed, some of my inked up baking paper, some ledger paper, vintage music paper, more tea dyed. You can see there's lots of space to write notes. You could use this as a mini journal. I mean, there's no saying you couldn't. So some more scrapbook paper that's plain on the inside, some vintage graph paper, little bits, so some are different. That's hand dyed too. This cute autumnal scrapbook paper. So yeah, there's just lots and lots of space. This is a vintage book page all about trees. It's all about beaches there. And that's the middle. So you can see just how many pages it's got in it. And then we have the charms. And then it's exactly the same this side. You have the vintage book page, tea dyed, scrapbook and rust, Edith Holden there. More of that lovely stuff. More vintage music paper, rust dyed, scrapbook. I mean, it's just a cute little, it's so pretty, it's so textured. We have some, this fabric here has like a gold shimmer to it, if you can see that. And then we've got this kind of satiny fabric there, some sari silk, some ribbon, all stitched, and like I said, the buttons. So that is the autumnal. These do not have names because they are only little notebook journals. This I think is one of my favorites, only because, so this is eco dyed fabric. You can see some of the leaf impressions, and then I've put one of my own dried leaves on some fabric and some acetate, and I've stitched that on. So that's a real dried leaf on there, guys. We've got some sari silk. This is a vintage metal button, which I just love. And yeah, like I said, lots of what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I'll think of it in a minute. And down here we have just some buttons. There's a little wooden one there, gold one, and then we've got this like acrylic leaf here, which is so cute. Again, same size, slightly different theme. This was more nature and neutrals, so this would be good all year round, not just autumn. So we've got some scrapbook paper that's not plain on this side, but it's plain enough that you could write on it. Lots of tea dyed and some more Edith Holden and neutrals in here because I wanted it to go with the eco dyed paper. Another vintage book page with some leaves, some more rust dyeing, some more vintage music paper that's kind of ripped there because I like the look. You could write on this bit. We've got, this is beautiful, this paper. It's got like a shimmer to it and it's butterflies, but I just thought the colours really went, and you can write on that side. It's tea stained ledger paper, plain ledger paper, and I left like these bits because I just think they add texture. Got this cute piece, little pieces, vintage graph paper, some more tea dyed, some more rust dyeing, lots of neutral colours in here, guys. Got this gorgeous scrapbook page paper as well, and again it's not exactly plain on the back, but it's plain enough that you can write over it. Another vintage tree book page, yeah, and then it's got this little bit in the middle, and then we got the dangles, and again there's the back, and then yeah, scrapbook paper. It just a great little notepad, guys. Just a really, that's Edith Holden there. You can write on this bit. It's more the tree one. I mean, even this, you could put a memo on it or a piece of paper or some gesso and still write on it. I just wanted to actually give a bit more interest rather than just plain pages. This is so hard for me. Anyone who's been with me a while will know that I like to decorate as much as possible. There's the other side of that paper. And so just doing plain little notebooks. I have to remind myself, though, they're notebooks. I do think this is my favourite just because the eco dyeing and one of my own dried leaves. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, and now we have the two kind of Halloweeny or just witchy or whichever. Let's do the plain witchy one first. I say plain witchy, but it's more witchy, but it could be Halloween, but it's either or. We have this beautiful fabric which has like a planchette, moons, we have roses, we have this cute hand, we have stars. I mean, it's lovely. Then I've just got this little thing that says the witching hour. We've got a little, this is a really deep green button, and this is black. We've got a bit of shiny fabric there, and then it's a Tim Holtz charm that says wicked spells. And then down here we have these beads, which I don't know if you can see, but they really like, this one's like a mottled black and white on that bead, and then that's, these are both, this is more like iridescent and black, and then a pentagram. And then yeah, so here we are, opens. I like the fact you can see the stitching on the inside. I like that. We've got some scrapbook paper that is slightly foiled, and it says all about cauldrons and trick-or-treat and danger, and again plain on the back. So there is some tea dyed in here, but there's also some blue dyed papers. There's this cute one that's got like loads of different colours. It's got such a Halloweeny feel to that one, and it would be brilliant to kind of gesso. And then we've got some of my darker dyed papers. They're almost a black purple, which just really goes. You can still write on this even with black pen or with white pen, so they're not too dark that you couldn't write on them with a black pen. Should you wish. We've got some bits that flip out, some purple lined that flips out, tea dyed, some spider web. I mean, that's really thick scrapbook paper, like really, really thick, which is why these feel chunkier, even though they've all got the exact same size. We've got a vintage music paper in there. Got this, which is a digital paper, which I thought was very, very cute. Some more of my blue tea dye. This is a digital paper that's plain on the back. So I've printed them out on really good quality thickness of card. This is really red, this one. Don't know if you can pick that up, but it's really purpley red. Some of this. Just love it with all the mottling. Yeah, so I did a different colour scheme in these two Halloweeny journals. Got gilded spiders and webs. Again, this is that really thick card. Some blue. This is actually one of my hand-dyed Dracula book pages. So, yeah. And then this is the middle. And again, there's the little charms that just shimmer. There's so many, like, even on this purple, can you see like the yellow inks, and on this here with the pink, little pink splodges. I don't know how I get these sometimes. It just happens. So yeah, so that's this one. Tons and tons of space to write. But in saying that, you could, as I said, use it as a mini journal. These make great like little travel journals or something if you wanted to. But I made them to be like a notebook that you would carry with you. Put in your bag, write your shopping lists in, write your craft lists in, write your crafty projects in, anything like that. Because if you're like me, you have notebooks for that as well. Yeah, some more hand-dyed papers, lots and lots of colours, blues, purples, grey, blacks, tea-dyed, lots of different colours. And then, yeah, this one is a Shakespeare book, but like, I just love the fact that these are some painting that I've done and sprays in pinks and purples and greens. And there's the other side, it says Hocus Pocus and Witch. And that's the back. I mean, these are wadded, but they're still quite thin. So that, you know, it's not taking up too much space. Yeah, so that is that one. And now the final one. This is more of a Halloween-y feel to it and is a bit more creepy, shall we say. We've got this image here, which is super creepy. Look at the faces of those girls. I mean, and it has a little Tim Holtz word saying beware. And then I've stitched here, there's some sari silk and lace. And these are some of the Tim Holtz bones on there. I love this fabric. It says Nevermore down there. It's got like this orange to it. So it definitely feels more Halloween-y. We've got that as the back. And then the beads and charms, we've got black. And then we've got this gorgeous... I think it's, I can't remember, but this is actually a gem, and I'm trying to think which one it was now, like a little gemstone. And then we've got this cool skull. So yeah, this is a bit creepier. And here we go, those gold foiled spaders. And again, the colour scheme in this, we have some tea dye, but there's blues and purples and really deep tea dyed and things like that. This is a digital paper on good quality paper so that it's, you can write on the back. I like leaving things like this, like the holes or the edges, because it just adds interest. This opens up, vintage music paper there. This cute little ghosty one. This is orange on the back, but again, you can still write on that. Blues. Purple there. We have, wait a minute, did that not go in? Oh, but that's okay. And then we have this, again, one of those dyed sheets of mine in all oranges and purples. And here comes one of my cats. More purple, excuse me, scoozy, Toffee. This opens up. This is also a flip, so lots of extra space. This is a digital, love this one with all the bugs. And plain on that side, tea dyed. We have some of this as well that's got a little bit of orange glitter on it, but it's in greens and yellows and oranges. And I wanted to pick up some of the orange in the fabric on the cover. Another hand-dyed Dracula book page. And some hand-dyed papers. Toffee, excuse me. We have this shiny bone scrapbook paper to sort of pick up the bones on the cover. And then here we are in the middle. So you can see they're all basically similar, but I've used different, look at that along the bottom there. I've used different scrapbook papers and different book pages and try to go along with the theme and pick up maybe some of the colours in the covers. So they're all slightly different. I love this paper. It was actually one of my unicorn papers, but it's one of the few pieces I have left. But there's so much purple and green and orange on there. It just went so well with the Halloween theme. It's the other side of that digital paper. This opens up. So yeah, loads and loads, as you can see. Love that. Really right over that. Loads and loads of writing space, guys. These will last you ages, depending what you're using them for. Yeah. So, little notebooks, little notebook journals. Love all the mottling on there. And then that's the back. So this is slightly darker, I think. I think some, like the other Halloween one has a slightly whiter backing fabric, and this is like a darker one. So that is them. We have this cute, spooky little Halloweeny one. Ooh, with those spooky, spooky girls. Great for the Halloween lover. We have this cute little witchy one, which is great for Halloween or just the witches among us. We have this, which is still probably my favourite because of the eco dyeing, and it's all neutral colours, and we've got a real leaf on the front. And then this adorable little autumnal one, but good for the autumn person who loves autumn all year round. And yeah, just so much writing space, guys. So let me know what you think down below and which is your favourite. Don't forget to head over to my Etsy store. The link will be down below. But if you head over there, you will be able to purchase one of these cute, adorable ones. So do go and check that out. All links, as always, as I said, will be down below. And I'm probably going to bring out a couple of these for Christmas as well. But if you like these, let me know. I really like making them. And I think they might become a bit of a regular staple in my shop. I might do them, as I said, more seasonally, and make sure I definitely add witchy ones in there because that's my thing. So yeah, let me know, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to head over to my Etsy, and I will be back again soon. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.